The Metro East Sports Podcast is proudly presented by Little Caesars Pizza, locally owned by lifelong 618 residents who are proud to serve our community. Home of the hot and ready pizza and 12-time world champions of value, Little Caesars makes game night, practice night, and family night easy. Check them out in Alton, Glen Carbon, Troy, Collinsville, Shiloh, or Granite City today.
Get ready for the award-winning #1 sports podcast on our side of the river. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast.
From the Front Office Wealth Strategies studio in beautiful summertime Edwardsville, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, talking all things sports in the Metro East, season number 7, show number 17, recorded Monday, May 25th, 2026. Happy Memorial Day, Metro East and the world, and thankful to everybody who paid the ultimate sacrifice for this country and for freedom throughout the world.
Amen.
Thank you. I am David Leip alongside KP. Good to see you, Kevin.
Good to see you, Coach.
And the great Matt Kamp from the Edwardsville Intelligencer. Good to see you, Camper.
Good to be here.
Tonight's show features the high school report, and tonight we're going to talk baseball, softball, soccer, track and field, and tennis. A lot of news in all those categories. Some of those sports had their state tournament, state meet last weekend, and it's a very exciting time for spring high school sports. And segment number 2, we are going to meet with Ian Thurlow and Aletha Reese. It could be Rice, R-E-I-S-S. And they are the president and director of operations and the executive board secretary for ATAR Football Club in Belleville. They play at your alma mater, Althoff. KP.
Oh, wow.
Semi-pro team.
Very cool.
That's how they build themselves. So I can't wait to hear all about this soccer team. And segment number 3, we are going to finally recognize the 3A wrestling team of the year. We're going to have Eric Preto, Coach Preto, in here from the Tigers, bringing with him 2 of his incredible wrestlers, Roman Janik and Michael McNamara. And stick around until the end, just before the closing, to hear the weekly trivia question. First person to answer that question correctly wins a free Little Caesars pizza. Excited for that?
I am.
Got to send me an email. Neither one of you guys are eligible to win because you're part of the team here. Big thanks to partners Cassins, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Keller Williams, Marquis, The Blasting Game Group, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, Front Office, Fiduciary Network, Oak Brook Golf Club, and Play It Again Sports Edwardsville. And I'm going to beg you for 3 things. Number 1, subscribe to the podcast. It's free, and you'll love it. Number 2, please give us a follow on all of our social media platforms, X, Facebook, and the Gram. And number 3, if you have a story idea, email me, please, at mespdave@gmail.com. And remember to nominate your favorite team for Integrity Spine and Joint Center Metro East Team of the Month. Could be a park and rec team, could be a middle school team, a high school team. You get to decide to nominate a team for Team of the Month. Send your suggestion to mespdave@gmail.com. Please put Team of the Month in the subject line. And I'm just thinking what a fun show that was last week with Carter Big Fish Marlin, who was the the front office.
Front office, right.
He was the front office charitable champion, donating $500 to the Collinsville Food Pantry. Go back and listen to that show from last week, folks. And those super amazing little girls from Scott Gallagher and the 9-year-old girls were incredibly cute and funny on the show, along with their coach, Mike Hoban. So go back and check out last week's show, everybody.
Coach, I might throw something out if you don't mind.
Do it.
Hey, this time of the year, guys, come back and check some more past shows. If you're interested in the track, the volleyball, baseball, tennis, we're going to recap these week in, week out. You can see your local players, your local teams, and you can check back up with them every week.
Okay, the high school report. Let's talk baseball first with Diego's rankings, and let's start with the Scout Connect rankings for the Illinois large schools. At number 15, East Peoria, 14, Metamora, 13, Marion, 12, Mahomet Seymour, Glenwood at 11, Champaign Central 10, Waterloo 9, Mascoutah 8, O'Fallon 7, Normal U High 6, Edwardsville 5, Dunlap 4. Sacred Heart Griffin up to number 3. Triad stays number 2, and Normal Community stays number 1. So some shifting around. The biggest risers were Sacred Heart Griffin up from 5 to 3 with wins over Pleasant Plains. They pounded them 17-5. They beat Glenwood 5-0. Ottawa Marquette. They beat Ottawa Marquette, everybody's favorite 1A team, 6-4. And they edged out Dunlap 6-5. So SHG moving up in the rankings. Mascoutah also up 1 spot. Wins over Granite City, Carterville, and Heron skunked both those teams. So Mascoutah up from 9 to 8. Champaign Central was the biggest mover, up from 15 all the way up to 10. So some movement, and it's postseason time for the large schools. What do you want to say about large school baseball?
Sacred Heart Griffin, that had to be a fun game to watch them. And Ottawa Marquette, defending Class 2A state champion, or defending Class 1A state champion. Sacred Heart, of course, moves up this year to 3A, so it'll be interesting to see their postseason path and how they're
defending state champs
in 2A.
I forgot about that.
And Edwardsville today already beat Waterloo 2-0, a 10 o'clock game this morning.
Right.
Was that a regional game?
It was just a non-conference game.
Yep.
EHS threw 7 pitchers. Each went 1 inning. Nice bullpen start.
What's going on with that? Was that just like a planned thing where they're just going to give everybody a little bit of work?
I think it was, and they usually tend to play this game the past few years. They've had it, and I know I've covered it in the past down at GCS.
Cool. Okay. Small schools. Let's start off with number 15, North Clay. 14, Breeze Central, and 13 is Roxana. Those 3 teams were ranked exactly the same spot last week. Carterville's at 12. Harrisburg up 1 spot to 11. St. Anthony is 10. Effingham is 9. Monticello 8. Those 3 teams all the same spot. Father McGivney drops 1 spot from 6 to 7 after losing 10. Oh, no, they beat Carrollton 10-0. But took a pretty tough beating, 15-1 by O'Fallon. And Tolono drops a spot from 5 to 6. Tolono also had a tough loss to Bishop McNamara, home of the Cassidy twins, my in-laws. And Tremont is at number 5, Nashville 4, Teutopolis 3, Freeburg 2, and St. Joseph Ogden, where they have been all year long, at 32-2, stays number 1. What do you want to say about small school ball, Camper?
Father McGivney had a big end to the weekend after a tough loss to O'Fallon. They rebounded after losing to T-Town 2-0. They did beat Sacred Heart Griffin up at Pleasant Plains. So Griffins are getting themselves tested before their postseason path.
That is a great win. 5-3 over SHG, which we just talked about in the large schools, which is all the way up to number 3. So even though McGivney's dangerous, they could beat anybody on any given day in any size school, right?
They could. And they have if they get through their regional, pretty tough sectional out in Greenville that will include Teutopolis and possibly Newton and another big school like St. Anthony.
Okay. All right, let's talk about track here for a second. Mike Baxter's track rankings, courtesy of Mile Split Heartland. Let's start with the large schools and the girls, which just concluded their season. So this is going to be the final girls rankings. At number 5, Mascoutah. At number 4, Belleville West. 3, Alton. 2, Belleville East. And number 1, state champs in 3A, Edwardsville High School.
Yep, Tigers rightfully at the number 1 spot. They shared the title this 3A season with Homewood Flossmoor. Both of them scored 76 points. Normal U High was a distant third with 50 points. EHS with 3 state champions among their 11 medalists. Sophie Shapiro in the 300 hurdles, Joy Story in the shot put, and Jayla Gathing in the discus. Also to note, Alton's Raina Ragland was a 2-time state champ, winning the 100 and 200 meter dashes. So big into her high school career.
So she won twice. You know, I don't know the history, maybe like some other folks would, but I feel like this had to be one of, if not the most dominant year for the Metro East in terms of girls track at the state meet.
It was crazy. And actually, if you look at the 200 meter dash alone, Ragland gets first. Coming in second place was someone from up north. Third place was Belleville East, Cassidy Willis. And in fourth place was Joanna Anoke of Edwardsville. So you have 3 of the 4 girls alone in the 200 dash.
Crazy. All right, let's move on to girls' small school rankings. Number 5, Waterloo. Number 4, East St. Louis. 3, Freeburg. Number 2, Mount Zion. And number 1, state champs. Give it up for the Knights of Triad High School. State champs, 2A, ranked number 1, final rankings. Way to go, Triad.
Yep, Triad wins the title over Danville and Chicago South Shore, and they did it with 4 girls. They were 4 state medalists across the board, and they put up some points in a hurry. They had, I apologize on the last name here, Sophia Scarden won the 100-meter dash. They're 4x11. Their Addie Field had a second and a fourth place in the 400 and 200, and also took 7th in the 100. And Avi Gallia got 4th in the 300 hurdles. So very impressive from Triad. So Madison County sweep with the top 2 classes for girls track and field.
It's just like I said, I just don't remember a greater year for girls track. You know, it reminds me of a couple years ago when we swept girls soccer, all three phases, all 3 sizes. So, okay, I want to thank partner Cassens Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the number 1 place to purchase a vehicle in the Metro East. If you're in the market for a new or a pre-owned car, check out Cassens inventory in person, where they've been for 30 years, or online at cassens.com. Cassens has earned the highest ratings for customer service. Their expert staff is committed to making your car buying experience enjoyable, including convenient on-site financing. I've purchased 5 vehicles there, including that Gladiator out there, and I will not purchase a vehicle anyplace else. With over 90 years of experience in the Metro East, Cassens is the clear-cut leader for quality, service, and customer satisfaction. Go see Steve, Cliff, Holly, Greg, Bob, Mike, or Evan today. All right, let's talk boys track and field here for a second. And the boys are done with sectional, and they're ready for state this weekend. Currently, Mike has O'Fallon 5, Edwardsville 4, West 3, East 2, and Chatham-Glenwood number 1.
Glenwood is the defending Bloomington sectional champion after getting out of there on Wednesday. They just beat out Edwardsville, which took 2nd place, but that was an explosive track meet. We had kids breaking records left and right, personal bests, state times, everything. We had a 100 hurdles, I believe, 110 hurdles. The way Bloomington is set up, they had the track opened up to go up a runway and out to the street, and one of the kids took advantage of that and went all the way out to the street just to try to slow down. I mean,
Wow.
There were some fast kids out there.
What are your predictions for state for boys large school track?
I don't know if we're going to see the team titles come, but I think there's going to be some big-time individual performances. Belleville East and Belleville West have got some incredible sprinters. Parker Owens in the pole vault for Edwardsville. Gavin Stukenberg could also make a run in the shot or discus. I think you'll see more of the individuals stand out this weekend.
Gavin Stukenberg broke the Edwardsville High School shot put record.
He did. AJ's former record.
That's what, I mean, it really.
Crazy.
That is, because everybody talks about AJ Epinesa like he is the best athlete who ever went to Edwardsville High School, and it's hard to argue that. But Stukenberg beat his record in shot, and I think Stukenberg is one of the rare shot putters whose number 1 sport is shot put. Not football, not basketball, not anything else. He's all about the shot. I mean, he loves the sport, and I think it's cool.
And it's funny, too, because his older brother was a pole vaulter. So here comes this kid as a thrower.
I didn't realize that. It's good stuff. All right, let's talk boys small school. Number 5, McGivney, 4, Nashville, 3, CM, 2, Triad, and number 1, boys small school, Cahokia. Any comments on boys small schools?
CM. I'd like to see what Max Weber does in the distant runs. I'd like to see that. That'd be great.
That would be cool. Okay, cool. And for his notes, like we've already talked about, Edwardsville and Triad winning state. Raina winning the 100 and the 200. Sophia Shapiro, Sophia Chardon from Triad. Joy Story, did you talk about her?
Yes.
Okay. And Kendall Smith from Mount Zion wins the 2A 300-meter hurdles with a time of 43.55.
Going back to Joy's story really quick, what's funny is when Greg Shawshack for the Telegraph pointed me in the direction of this record, if you would say, It's not uncommon for a girl to sweep the throws, the shot put in the discus in the same season, but it is very uncommon for two teammates to do it. Jayla Gathing won the discus. Joy Story wins the shot put. Only the second time in girls' state track history that has happened.
That's cool, man. And I think that's one of the keys to bringing home a trophy in track and field is if you have a couple throwers that can get you some points. I mean, when Edwardsville won in the past, it was Imani Henderson, did her thing, and those were just like sure, easy points. So anyways, congratulations to Coach Howard on getting it done again because she was on the staff when they won back with Michaela Tompkins back in the day too.
She was, and she's got a heck of a team coming back next year too. Joy Story, Jayla Gathing are two of the ones that are leaving along with Madison Poplar, but everyone else is back.
Okay, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Metro East on the Illinois or the Missouri side, please give our partners at Keller Williams Marquis, Jeb and Ginger Blassingame the chance to serve you. They have offices in O'Fallon and Edwardsville with more than 165 agents. The Blassingames are a family-owned business that has helped over 11,000 families find just the right home. The Lipes are one of those families. Jeb and Ginger sold our house so fast because they're experts at staging and pricing, and they helped us find the perfect home, and they can do the same for you. No wonder they've been ranked in the top 10 real estate teams in North America. Give Jeb and Ginger Blassingame a call at 618-578-9276 or check them out online at blassingamegroup.com. You will not be disappointed. Okay, should we turn over to a little bit of softball time now, Camper?
We can.
Okay, what do you want to say about softball? Where do you want to start?
So we are in the sectional semifinals starting tomorrow. In Class 4A, we've got the number 3 large school teams, Edwardsville and Belleville East, going up against each other at Belleville West. This is the 6th straight sectional semifinal meeting between the two teams. EHS owns a 3-2 edge right now. In Class 3A, we have Waterloo against Jersey. Jersey pulled off a huge upset over Triad. They lost by 10 runs a week ago, come back in the regional and win.
Wow.
Crazy. And then also in that 3A sectional at Centralia, it is Chatham, Glenwood, and Marion. Chatham and Waterloo, when those two teams meet for a final, it's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, Waterloo's been strong all year.
And Glenwood has got some pitching. And in Class 2A locally, we have Olney against Columbia. Columbia is our number 3 school in the small side. And number 1 Redbud will face Flora. Those two games are in Nashville. And in Class 1A, it is our number 10 small school, Carrollton, against Marissa. And on the other side is the number 5 small school, Oakville, against Calhoun, the host.
All right. Any thing you're really keeping an eye on in terms of softball?
Edwardsville and Belleville East, just because they're the big schools, and I mean they've been playing each other so much. It's almost getting not comical, but it's just like here we go again, deja vu.
Well, I think those two schools are making each other better.
They are.
I think those two, I mean, it's kind of Chris Everett, Martina Navratilova, McEnroe, Borg, Lakers, Celtics kind of thing at this point where they're rivalries, they're rivals, but it's a very friendly rivalry, I think.
It is.
It's respectful.
Coaches are really good with each other, and players are too. And a lot of these players know each other through club.
That's good to see. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit of girls soccer now.
Yeah, which actually leads into what we just talked about with softball and Edwardsville and Belleville East playing each other for a 6th time. For the 7th straight sectional semifinal, it is Edwardsville against O'Fallon for the Class 3A semifinal at Triad. There's at Triad, but it's part of the normal community sectional. 7 straight meetings, 3-3. They have alternated wins. Each time O'Fallon has won, they've gone on to win the state championship.
Okay, so explain that again. This is the normal sectional played at Triad.
Yes, they want to ease the travel for.
That was nice.
Yes.
What a great move by the IHSA.
And they've been doing this for soccer and baseball. And softball. They'll play the sectional semifinal locally and then ship the winner off to the actual sectional.
All right.
So that is the 3A large school. In 2A, a good sectional at Alton is going to be Waterloo and Chatham Glenwood on one side and Springfield and Triad on the other. Springfield took 3rd at last year's state tournament for 2A, and Triad has just been a force down here all season, and you got to see them in action.
Yeah, they've been good every time we've been down there. They that game the other night, Marion came out and scored in the first 3 minutes of the game, and then Triad took over.
So that'd be a fun sectional to watch.
That's going to be a triad Waterloo final. You think?
It could be, which would be round 3 for those two schools.
Okay.
And we got 2 Class 1A sectionals that are local. And in Columbia, we have Murfreesboro against Columbia. And on the other side is Father McGivney and Freeburg. Althoff got upset and knocked out by Columbia. And then in Litchfield, we have Marquette against Greenville and Litchfield against Civic Memorial. And the 2 1A sectional winners will meet in Bethalto for the Super.
I'll be down in Columbia covering that tomorrow night. I'll be down there for both those matches.
Isn't it McGivney all the way and all that against all those kids?
It should be, but play Columbia on their home field, and that kind of, I don't want to say evens it out, but definitely will make things tougher.
Coach Jamie knows how to get the most out of his squad. They defending state champions. They know how to do it down there, and they'll be tough to beat.
They will. That'll be a fun sectional. We got some good soccer this week.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for the softball. Thanks for the soccer analysis. And now we've talked baseball, soccer, softball, track and field, and it's time to mention tennis. Where do you want to start with tennis, KP?
Well, I'll probably start with the 1A sectional at Triad, if we can.
Go ahead.
I'll start out with the singles matches. Highland played Mascoutah for the third place match, part of the tournament. Jackson Klein was up from Highland against Corbin Monfrey, and Jackson won 6-3, 6-4 to take the third place, and Mascoutah got fourth place. Jumping on to the single finals, the 2 Triad teammates had to play each other. You had Tate Moore against Joe Cass. Tate Moore took him down 7-5, 6-4 in the championship match. Sorry.
So who won the doubles?
The final. The doubles final was Mascoutah.
Okay. They won. They were the champions. All right, good.
Beck and Woodrum, I think it is. That was 6-1, 6-3.
Gotcha.
That's against Triad, Litikin, and Naylor. And then on the third place match, we had Triad and Highland. You had Holly and DeWitt versus Holthouse and Scholl. And Triad took them down 6-1, 4-6, 6-2.
Okay. Good for them. All right. And Triad won the sectional.
And
then also a kid from Alton Marquette qualified for state. He went up to Jacksonville, I think.
It was Jacksonville.
He went to Jacksonville, and he qualified for state as well. So Marquette went north for some reason. Congratulations to them. Anything else 1A tennis-wise?
That's it. We got it.
Okay, and then in the 2A sectionals hosted by O'Fallon Township High School, Coach Menerick and his crew did a great job. And Edwardsville won the sectional first place, and then second place, I don't know if it was Quincy or O'Fallon, but Quincy qualified 2 doubles teams, finished second and fourth, and O'Fallon qualified 2 singles kids, Cy Shelton and Derek Gutterman, and they finished third and fourth. And Edwardsville finished first and second in singles. Jake Brinker defeated Brandon Wong 7-5, 6-0. And then the doubles champs were Schaefer and Claybone, qualifying for state for the 4th time. And then finishing third place from Edwardsville, Lucas Rudd and John Almos. So the Tigers qualify, all 4 entries, 6 kids. O'Fallon, 2 singles kids. Quincy, 2 doubles teams. So it's one of the more dominant performances that any team that I've had has had in a sectional since we've gone to a 2-class system. So,
and you were very close to having
a perfect sectional.
Almost. I mean, the second semifinal goes to 3 sets, and just unbelievable play by both teams, including John and Lucas.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed watching Brandon Wong and Jake Brinker playing their number 1 singles final. You could definitely tell they both took it seriously.
Yeah. We talked to them beforehand and said, we've played ourselves in the finals, singles, doubles many times. And I'm not going to say that every team takes it seriously. It's obvious that Triad did by their scores. I'm sure Jack Harmony wouldn't tolerate anything less than that. But there have been cases in the past where teams and kids haven't taken that match seriously. But we say, respect the game, respect the tournament, respect each other, fight hard. No one's going to coach either one of you. Just go out and play. Have fun.
Well, and it's a big deal when it comes to your postseason placement at the state tournament.
Potentially. The well, first of all, if you win the sectional, then you are protected from a top 16 seed in the first round. So that's significant. That's a big deal. So it was a good weekend for the Tigers and also the Panthers. Carter Marlin, unfortunately for him, he didn't make it. But Cy Shelton, congratulations to him. He's a senior from O'Fallon. He qualified, so I was happy.
Awesome.
Happy for Cy. He's a great kid, and like I said, I was happy for the two O'Fallon boys and for the two Quincy doubles teams. So one more weekend to go for the boys tennis season. And then it's Tiger Tennis Classic and the Edwardsville Open. All right, anything else for the high school report, guys?
We got about 2 weeks left of high school sports, and I'm excited to see what we still have in front of us for these 2 weeks.
You got any ICUs?
I've got a few ICUs for our softball gurus. ICU Samantha Eulis with a batting average of .505. That's quite a season for her. And Ava Wagner from the Bud, that we like to call that. She's at a .500 batting average. And then we have Avery Boehm. I think it is. Boehm. Sorry for mispronouncing that. Mascuda, she was at .500 average. So some pretty good hitting going from those three.
I think she broke her wrist.
Oh, she's out?
I think she's out. I think I read that. I think Jack Graham actually texted me that. I think Avery Boehm is out.
Doggone it.
Yep, I think she's hurt.
Then we go down, we jump to the earned run average. We'll start at the bottom of that list. Abby Monroe from Belleville East at a 1.35 earned run average. From Triad, Abby Harper, 0.94. We have Emily Webb from Columbia that we just talked about, 0.77. And then we have a tie at the top of the list. We got Aiden Diddleman from Waterloo, 0.75. And Julia Olau from the Bud, 0.75, and I heard her cousin tells me she's quite the athlete.
Okay, guys, that'll do it for the high school report for tonight. Stick around for the rest of the show. We're going to talk some soccer with the ATAR FC folks, and then also our 3A wrestling team of the year from Edwardsville High School, Coach Preto with Roman Janik and Michael McNamara in segment number 3. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.